Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing the dirtiest secret tag. I'm not sure how many questions it is, but we're going to work through it. So the first question is, what is a nickname that your family calls you? Hello? So all of the members in my family call me different things. My sisters call me Bethy or Betty. My mum calls me Boo. And my dad calls me Squirt. Don't know how... Bethany Boo, I understand, but Squirt, don't know how that happened. Do you have any weird phobias? Now, I don't know if this is a phobia or not, but when I'm driving, I have this weird... Every now and then it'll just pop into my head. I'm like, what if my leg just flung out of my door right now and, like, it just, like, got smashed around the ground? Like, what? What? Like, I just... Weirdly, I'd want to know what that feels like, but at the same time, I'm like, that's too weird. Like, that's... I have an issue. Why? For that to happen, my door has to, like, fling open my leg. I have to choose to put my leg out of the door. I have to drag it along the ground. Like, what? A song you secretly love to blast out. Oh, yeah. Mucky Bopper on the truck. My favourite song. Money, 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 guns and hoes. I'm a rapper, so I rap about my bitches. I don't know why. I have no idea why I enjoy that song, but I do. What is your biggest pet peeve? Chewing. Anything, any mouth noises. Swallowing, chewing, when your jaw clicks, anything. Anything at all, I'm out. Like, we'll be having a normal conversation, you're a lovely human, I probably think you're the best thing in the... Why do you keep making that noise? You're probably really lovely, you're probably the nicest person that I know, I'm probably dating you, best friends with you for years, whatever. My mum, having a normal conversation while eating, and all of a sudden I'm like, shut up! What are you doing that for? Just stop doing, like, stop. And it's really rude of me. Something about it just irks me. Like, even if I'm just sitting eating my own meal, we're in silence and I can hear it, I will try and eat my food as fast as I damn can because I want to get out of there. I want to get out. It just drives me insane. And, like, people who chew chewing gum and people that swallow really loudly, like, gulp. Like, you could be my best friend or my boyfriend and you did that and I'd be like, just get away from me. Just get out of my face. It's ridiculous. I'm sorry. If I ever yell at you, I don't hate you. I just hate your noises. Which side of the bed do you sleep on? Not this side. It's always the side closest to the wall. No matter where I am, if someone gives me a choice, it's that side. You don't get a pick. When I'm with you, sleeping with you, you don't get a pick. When we're sleeping together, I pick the side of the bed always, okay? That side. Closest to the wall. Or sometimes I'll walk into a room and I'll get a weird vibe about one side of the room. Like, I don't know, the monsters will get me quicker on that side, so I'm going to go this side. I'm weird. What's your order at Starbucks? Well, I don't have a Starbucks here, but if I did, and when I go to Starbucks, I'm boring. I get an iced latte, iced coffee, just coffee, milk, ice. No sugar syrup, no whipped cream, no fancy crap, just coffee and milk. A beauty rule that you preach but don't obey. Washing your face. I'm really bad at it. Like, I'll wash it in the shower, but if I've got makeup on when I come home after work, I won't take it off. I'm getting better. I'm using the water that you just put on like a pad and then you wipe it off. I'm getting better, but I don't take my makeup off. But I really think you should. I think you should definitely wash your face at least 3 times a day. Clean the face, good life, yeah. But I don't do it. Which way do you face in the shower? Towards the water. Like, the water's here and I'm here. The water's here. This is me. I'm doing my business. So, like, towards the wall, I suppose. Yeah, towards the wall. But the water's in front of me. So if I want anything from the water, I go into it. I hate water in my eyes. I don't like people that can put their head under the shower head and just let it go all over their face. That would literally, I'd start crying. I get really nervous in the shower. I don't know why, because I can swim and I can put my head under the water and I have no issue with that, but I have a problem. Your favourite comfort food that's bad for you? Gluten. Anything with gluten in it. When I'm sad or I'm feeling like I need to eat something, I'll crave like a big red bread roll, or like just, I don't know, something doughy. And gluten is not good for my insides. So I regret it the day after and the days following, but at that very minute, that's what I needed. But I don't need it. Would you ever change your name? No. My mum picked it for a reason. She liked it. I'm her child. It's her claim to fame is my name. I would like to change it to just Beth, I think. But people would then just assume my name's Bethany anyway, like, I like my name. Good job, Mum. How old were you when you learnt to blow a bubble? Well, it happened in 2004, January 2nd at 3:34 p.m. I have no idea. I know when I was in kindy, so I was either 5 or 6, I know that my grandma used to pick me up from kindergarten and we used to walk down to Kmart, and there used to be the big, you know, you put 20 cents in and you get a gumball out? Yeah, we used to do those. And I know she used to teach me how to blow bubbles through chewing gum that way. But physically an actual bubble, I have no idea. I'm sorry, I can't recall. What did you want to be when you grow up? What did you want to be when you were younger? I really wanted to be a kindergarten teacher. Really, really wanted to be a kindergarten teacher. I probably still do. I'm just really indecisive about going to uni. Like, I feel like I don't want to waste time to find that I hate the subject, but I feel at the same time I'm not going to hate kindergarten teaching because I've wanted to do it for ages. So there's that. I'd also like to be a midwife, but I think it'd be all good until something went wrong, and then I'd not be able to cope. I'd get very emotionally attached. If you could play a musical instrument, what would it be? A guitar. Because then I could do really cool covers of songs and I wouldn't have to rely on someone else being able to play the music. I would do it. And I should probably pull my finger out and play the guitar. I think I'm probably past the... Isn't it harder to learn an instrument once you're older? Isn't it good when your mind's all fresh and wants all the information? I don't know. Clearly I don't know anything. Favourite thing to do when you're upset? Cry. I love crying. I don't love crying, but I will cry at the drop of a hat. But at the same time, I also like to hide it from people, and then I break. It depends who I'm around. Like, if I've known you for a really long time, or you know a lot about me, I'll just let it out. But sometimes there'll be you know when you just have a day and you know you're going to fall apart when you're alone? That's my favourite time to cry. No, it's not. I don't know. I cry. But I also have recently found that I need to write things down. Like, everything that's going on in my head, if I write it down, I feel like even if I talk to someone about it, I feel like if I write everything down, like it's pages and pages and pages sometimes, if I write it all out, it doesn't help me like figure out what's wrong or figure out a situation, but if I write it all out, I feel like I've just gone whoop to someone and I feel better. Now, sometimes when I decide to send those books to other people and people are like, well, that's a lot. You need to probably not write that to me. That's when it gets a bit crazy. But like some people, that's just how I deal with things. I just like to have, if I'm having an argument with someone, I'm having a disagreement with someone, I thought about this the other day. I don't get mad at people for how they choose to handle things because in their brain, that's how they decided was the right way to handle something. So I'm never going to be mad at you if you made a decision to ignore someone or if you made a decision to walk away from someone because in your right mind, you thought that was the best thing for you. I'm not going to get mad at you for that. So don't get mad at me for writing out a massive essay and sending it to you. That's how I cope. That's how I probably shouldn't send half the things that I do send. Like most people don't need to know about my big rants, but that is how I physically feel better when I'm upset. I will cry about it for a little minute and then I'll get my laptop out and I'll write a 3,000 word essay and I'll send it your way. That's just how I am. If you want a good argument, don't come to me because I'll cry and then I'll tell you how I feel. I'm not going to fight back. Favourite pizza topping would be cheese. I don't care what's on there. Like, put all the vegetables in the world, all the meat in the world, don't actually care. Chuck some cheese on top and I'll be happy. Cheese, 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 cheese. Like a lot of cheese. Like melted cheese, like a thick layer of cheese. This is why I'm fat. It's okay. What did you do for your last birthday? Well, considering I'm going to be 19 forever, for my 19th birthday last year, was it my 19th? Was it my 20th? Was it my 27th? Who knows? It was my 19th. For my 19th birthday last year, I got drunk the night before, went out to town, waited till 12 o'clock. I think we may have waited a little bit longer, got picked up, came back here, had a good nap. Then the next day we went to laser tag, like any adult would choose to do. Took my mum, my sisters, my boyfriend at the time, my mum, my sisters, my boyfriend, and my dad. We went to play laser tag and it was so much fun. Like, honestly, didn't want a big party, didn't want a big dinner. I just wanted to play laser tag with my family and it was the best thing ever. Like, I want to go back. It was so good. How old would you like to get married? Well, when I was growing up, I wanted to be with someone from when I was like 16. So obviously that's past. I wanted to be with them. I wanted to grow up with them. And then I wanted like 23, 24. And then like be married, start thinking about getting married then. But that hasn't worked because I'm 19 and I'm not with anyone. So sorry, little Bethany, your plan failed. Did what I could. I don't know. I feel like I'm obviously not ready to get married right now. Like, I still need another 5 years. Like, hold on. But I would really like to be with someone where the opportunity was to come up. I'd be like, no way. Like, I'm not into dating just for fun. Like, if I pick you, I see potential in you. I think you're a really good person. I think you've got good qualities. And I really like you. So, yes, I would marry you. Like, I feel like some people are so different. They'll just date because that's what they're meant to do. That sounds wrong. Not what they're meant to do, but that's just how they're going to have fun and pass time. Have friends. If that's what you want to do. If you want to have a lot of girlfriends and you want to hang out with lots of girls, but you don't see opportunities to pursue that relationship, just have them as really close friends. Don't stuff around people's emotions. It just drives me insane when people do this. Like, a relationship is meant to be a special thing and it's meant to be something that's not taken lightly, and once you're in one, it doesn't have to rule your world. I've learnt that recently. Relationships don't rule your world, but they should enhance it as much as they can. And if that means hanging out with the person every single day and you don't get sick of them, then you do you. Like, I get really mad when people get mad with people for hanging out with their other half. Like, they're who they want to spend their time with because they have so much in common. They want to do all these things together. Like, but at the same time, if you want to be with someone but you feel like seeing them only 3-4 times a week is what you guys need, then I'm going on so many rants. Don't know what the question was. When did I want to get married? Early 20s, no later than 27. If I'm not married but I'm 27, I'm turning into a cat. What would you name your daughter? Well, I have many names. I really like Charlotte. I like Samantha. I have a whole list. Charlotte, Samantha. There's a whole list. I can remember my boys' names. Lucky, the next question is, what would you name your son? I really like Leo. I like Theo and Leo. I like... Oh, I have a whole list on my... Just know I have it all planned out, okay? You with me? I already have our kids' names, okay? Cool. This is a weird question. Are your grandparents still married? Yes, they are. They still hold hands in public. They still sleep in the same bed. They're in their late 70s, early 70s. I'm sorry if I offended you. You're in your 70s, somewhere in the middle, I'm pretty sure. They're really thebomb.com. And if I'm going to be with someone for 50 years, I would want it to be like their relationship. Like, they've been together 50 years. 50 years. They've been together since they was like 16, 18, in that early age bracket, and I think that's why I always wanted that for myself, because like they've got such a good relationship. Like they know when they've had enough of each other, and they will go on magical holidays for 8 weeks at a time and spend it all together and have the best time. And where's my travel buddy? Notebook or Titanic? Both. Because they're both very different stories, and I feel like they're both their own thing, and they're really good. Favourite restaurant? Nando's or Live Eat? There's no question. I have a Live Eat. That's good, but Nando's. I like anything from Live Eat. Nando's, I recently discovered they do like little chicken breasts, fillet, with their barbecue, but then you get the barbecue sauce on top as well, and I didn't know they did corn on the cob. How can you go to Nando's and not know they do that? I didn't know. Now I like that. Chicken and corn on the cob. Haven't had Nando's in like 2 months, but that is what I would order. What would your name be if you were a boy? Mom! Forgot Mum's not home. I don't know, because I think she knew that I was me. I don't think she actually found out that I was a girl, but I think she knew that I was a girl. Like she knew. And she was sitting in church and she heard the name Bethany, and I think that was only like really early on in the pregnancy, and she was like, no, this is Bethany. This is Bethany. This child within her was Bethany. Who is your favourite person? I don't know. I don't really know anymore. My mum, my friends. I don't know. Everyone that's in my life, I haven't put there, but anyone who's relevant in my life and I'm always messaging or talking to, they're my favourite people. Like I'm not going to have someone in my life that is toxic for me or is like, do you know what I mean? I think once you get, not that I'm old and wise and humble, I'm 19, but once you get to my age, you start sifting out those people, because you know you just don't need drama in your life. Like you need the people that are going to be there supporting you and loving you and being with you, and they're the people I have in my life. They're my solid people. Like I have plenty of people that I walk past in the street like, hey, I love you, you're my friend, but I would never pour my heart out to them and rely on them for things. Yeah. Do you sleep with a nightlight? No, I don't, but I have to have some sort of noise in the background, but I'm really picky with the noise. I've just realised how stupid I am as a human. I think I'm broken. I've got a few issues. I need to have a storyline to follow so I can go to sleep thinking about that, because I feel like at night time is when I start overthinking things a lot, and I suffer with like I will put myself into a panic attack by just like I won't be able to breathe. I struggle really bad with that sort of thing, but it only really ever happens at night time, because I'll lie there and I'll overthink, which also I've just discovered is why it happens. Because it used to happen to me all the time, and not used to, it's happened to me probably 3 or 4 years now. I had one when I was driving the other day, and I had to pull over, and I was so mad that I had one, because I was doing so well without having them, and I was like, okay, what was I just doing? Because I was like, what was I just doing for that to trigger that? And honestly, I was thinking about everything in my life, and I get this really tight feeling in my chest, and then all of a sudden I just lose breath, and it's awful. And it was really scary driving actually. I had to like pull over and just I can't stop them. I know someone who, like, he used to be able to say, I don't know, because when it happens, I go into this blur and I can't really hear what's going on around me, and it's just a mess. But this one person was able to say something that used to just bring my mind back. So I need to figure out how to do that for myself, but I just can't. I have to let it go, and sometimes it gets really bad, and sometimes I can't breathe for I don't know how long, but it just happens, and I let it happen, and then I just I'll get really tired after them as well. Like, it takes a lot. Sometimes they're real bad. But anyway, I found to stop them before I was going to sleep, I needed to... This is probably something I should really address, like get actual help for, but I'm fine. I have to have something playing in the background, and it has to be a storyline that I can focus on. And, like, it can't just be someone talking about, oh, this is my July favourites. Like, no. I need... Like, Full House is really good. I put that on the background because it's just a bunch of nonsense in the background. Friends I struggle going to sleep with now because I know all the jokes and I know they're coming, so I'll laugh in my head before they go. Friends addict. But yeah, I need something that I don't need light. I need complete darkness, but I need something playing in the background. Do you remember your dreams? Yes, I do, and sometimes I wish I wouldn't. My dreams get really intense sometimes, and they feel, like I'm sure everyone else's do, they feel like real life. And I will wake up actually confused as to if that did or didn't happen. Like, I know there was this one time I was dating a guy, and I had a dream that he cheated on me, and for like 2 or 3 days straight, I was mad at him. Like, I was mad for something he did in a dream that I know he would never do to me, but I was mad. And sometimes they're really good dreams, and I wake up really sad because I'm like, oh, I wish my life did turn out like that. Like, I got married at 24. Yes, so I do remember my dreams. I don't write them down, but I do like to, if I've got time in the morning when I wake up, I'd like to lie there and think about them, because it's obviously something my brain is trying to, I don't believe they're trying to tell you things, but it's something that you really desire, and sometimes you can learn a lot from your dreams because you can realise you want things that you didn't know you actually wanted, and then you're like, oh, well, obviously I want something to do with that because my brain is trying to create this story about it, so I need to pursue that in my life. Have you ever cheated on anyone? Not that I know of. I don't think so. What religion would you raise your kids? I'm not religious. I'm not baptized into any sort of anything. I'm not religious, but I have really strong views on, not strong views. I believe everything happens for a reason. Everything will always work out. Like, no matter how shitty the situation seems, I believe that there's always a reason. Something will always come from it. And things always will fall into place. If you don't look for things, they just happen. And I've had people tell me that I need to lift my game sometimes, but I'm like, no. Everything good that's happened in my life has fallen into my life, so why go looking when I know, like, I've had jobs just pretty much handed to me when I wasn't looking, when I needed it. I've had the best relationships in my life just fall into my life. Like, I don't like searching for things because I feel like that's when you start making, not bad decisions, that's when you start searching for something that you're never going to actually get. Like, I'm not going to start messaging a guy because I'm feeling lonely and I need a guy to talk to, and then he might just be the one. No. You're going to meet someone randomly on the street and start talking to them, randomly with a bunch of friends, randomly some random person's going to message you. That's when that happens. You don't, if you like the person and you feel like you've got a lot in common with them, then yes, but you don't push yourself into it. I don't know. That's not related to the question. What religion would I raise my kids? I want my kids to feel very open about things. If they want to believe in God, then go ahead. If they want to believe in any other religion, go ahead. I want them to be able to make their own choices and realise that people, like, I want them to see the good in people, but I also don't want them to get played while doing that. Like, my upbringing was very open. Like, I agree pretty much with everything my mum says, probably because she's my mother and she raised me, and I know our views are very similar because that's what I've grown up hearing. But I also feel like we are very open people, and I want my kids to be the same. Like, I don't want to end up with someone who wants to force, like, have rules. My God, have rules. Like, my kids are not going to leave the house ever. Have rules. But don't push them on them. Like, if they don't want to go to church, don't make them go to church. If they want to go to church, drive them to church without judging them. Like, I want my kids to be the nicest, sweetest people, and I want them to be open and willing to anything. And if they see a homeless person on the street, I want them to think, why are they there? What awful things have happened to them for them to be there? Not, ill, there's a homeless person, gross. Like, I want them to have compassion towards people and feel strongly about looking after people. Like, I would do anything for any of my friends. If you need $1 million and I had it, here you go. Like, I'm really bad in that sort of way. Like, I will spend money on people. I will put them before myself. Like, I don't know if I want, because it's gotten me into trouble and it's gotten me hurt in a lot of scenarios, because I will drive to someone's house at 2 o'clock in the morning if they're upset. I will buy you food if you've got no money and we go out for dinner. I will pay for your movie ticket. I will do all this sort of stuff for people, and then I don't get upset, but the way that I am, if people don't do the same thing to me, I'm like, wow, I put so much effort in and no one else does. No, I put too much effort in. I go way over. Like, well, this has nothing to do with my kids, but my kids, I really want them to be chilled out. I don't want them to stress about life. Everything's going to work out. Everything's going to be okay. You don't have to go searching for things, but you don't have to force things to happen, which I need to learn myself sometimes. You don't force things, but I also do believe that things are meant to happen how they happen. And if you had one personal selfish wish, what would it be and why? I honestly think it would be to meet the right person and have a life with them and have it how 5-year-old Bethany wanted. Like, yes, I want a good career. Yes, I want to be able to provide for myself. All this blah, blah, blah. But honestly, I don't know what it is. I'm going to start crying. This is not an emotional time. Ever since I was younger, I have loved love. Like, I love the idea of it. I love the thought of having someone that you can just share your day with. I love having someone you can call 24/7. Like, I just love the idea of coming home from a long, hard day at work and coming home to your best friend. Does that not sound amazing? And having your kids together and taking them to sport together, and just, if I don't marry someone who's so clingy and in love with me, it's going to be an issue. So that would be my selfish wish. I want that. Like, I don't care about where I go in life. I don't care if I have $2 to my name for a week. Like, I could be homeless. I don't care. As long as I have someone alongside of me who's homeless with me and all of that sort of thing, I don't know if that's the right way to be in life, but that's all I want to have with someone. It's my selfish wish. I want to have the partner. I want to have the really good connection. I want to be able to bounce off someone. I want to just be, that's my selfish wish. Got a problem with it? Then go away. Okay. Have you ever pooped your pants? Yes, I have. Last year. Alright, so I actually think I had like food poisoning or whatever, but alright. So I was feeling fine the whole day. Was going to go, I think I was driving to town by myself. I was driving in my car by myself to meet my mum and my boyfriend at the time. And I met my mum in town and I was feeling fine. Didn't have any, there was no pre-warning. I was feeling fine. Met up with the guy. They were talking and I just zoned out. And I think one of them must have asked me something and I was like, I just felt my brain, I was all of a sudden all cloudy and I knew I was going to throw up. I was like, where is this coming from? So I just beeline to the bin. And of course the bins had little hubs over the actual, so that people can't get in them. I don't know. Why would you do that to a bin? Anyway, so then I had to vomit next to the bin and my mum was like, right, this is an interesting turn to the day. Let's go to the bathroom and clean you up. So we headed to the bathroom. I thought I was done. I was like, that's it. I'm so okay. Like, whatever. So then my mum ended up leaving me. Me and this guy were in town. We were going to go bowling or something. Like, we had plans. We were going to do them. And I was sitting there and I thought, no. I need to go home. So we headed home. I don't think I threw up in the way home. Like, I think I was fine to drive home, but I was feeling very shaky and very like it's going to happen again. Got home, throwing up every 2 minutes. It was great. And then we were sitting on my bed and I was throwing up, and I don't know if he was holding he was really close to me. I don't know if he was holding the bucket or what I was doing. But he was close to me and I was throwing up, and halfway through throwing up, I thought, oh my God, it's coming out the other end. Oh my God. Bear in mind, I'd only been with this guy for maybe a month, 2 months, if that. Throwing up everywhere. Don't know how far into that story I got because my camera turned off. Fabulous. Anyway, really close to each other on the bed. He was very close to me, very uncomfortable as this was happening, and I was throwing up, and I was like, I think I just turned around and I was like, I'm pooping, and he was like, oh? I was like, yeah, it's coming out all the ends. And it was really funny because it kept happening as I was throwing up. It would happen. And this guy knew it, and he was sticking around, and after he stayed around for like 6 hours as I was throwing up, taking it out, throwing out. Like, it was great. Get yourself a guy like that that's gonna be nice and close to you as you're pooping. And when he left, my mum was like, if that isn't gonna bring you closer together, I don't know what is. Literally pooped on my bed next to this guy. Really liked him too. I'm glad he stuck around. Yeah, so there's the time I pooped my pants. I don't think I've pooped myself, like when I was a child, yeah. But I don't think I've pooped myself since. Anyway, that's my video. A little bit random, but I really wanted to do something like that. Yeah, so if you enjoyed that video, there'll be subscribe buttons, there'll be buttons about old videos, click them all. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, there's a link in the description for my Twitter account. Follow there so I don't have to spam my whole everything else with where I'm posting videos. If you follow me on Twitter, it'll pop up straight away as the video is being posted. I'm aiming for 6 PM uploads. No worries. No worries. Thanks for coming. Bye. Thanks for watching. I hope you're having a good day, whatever the part of the day you're in. I'm hoping it's a good one, and I will see you next time.